Hello everyone, so this is day 2. I don't know if this is going to be much better than yesterday, but the conditions are looking quite good at the moment. So just going to give you an idea. That looks really dirty over there. So I'm hoping some of that light stays and get some really dramatic shots, because there was a shot yesterday I saw and I really liked to look at. So the tide just wasn't right. The weather conditions were absolutely horrific. I don't think today is going to be a lot better, but we could get some incredibly moody skies. So I'm just going to flick this around there now again, just to give an idea. So I don't know if you can see that properly there, I don't know if that's translating well or not, but that's what we're looking at. So where I'm going to go is over there. So that's my plan. I'm at Unhincha Beach. Anyone who knows me, this is my spot. I don't tend to vary an awful lot, but I just absolutely love it. I see something different every time we come down here. So if these weather conditions keep up, I think there could be an absolutely cracking shot to be had today. If I don't get a really good shot, it's completely my own fault. So, and the other interesting thing is I have both my Z7 II and my D850 in my camera bag, because I'm not too sure which one of the two of them I'm going to use. I haven't used my D850 in quite a while, and I genuinely have been missing it, so I don't know. I'm just going to see what happens. But as it stands right now, I'm looking to head over along. I actually see there is someone else over taking photographs, so I hope that's not going to be an issue, but look, we'll find out. Where I'm going is slightly different, so yeah, going to head over along and we'll see how we get on. So I'm after moving here now, and I am let me show you. This is exactly where I am right now. So that's more or less the view I'm trying to capture. If you can still hear me, that is. So that's the view in the background. I am cutting through the horizon with the big rock, but I'm shooting at 14mm, so I'm not too mightily worried about it. What I should do is just pop my lens cloth over the front of my camera, because there's a nice wind here today, and I'm just going to show you where I'm shooting and what I'm shooting. So that is exactly what I'm shooting there now, and I am hoping for a nice bit of light to break through there fairly soon, and if that does, we are absolutely flying it. Just swap you back around again. So really, so far I think this has been positive. I am just taking a photograph there now again. Yeah, that looks cool. So yeah, this is a lot better than yesterday, just being straight up and honest. This is so completely different. Yesterday I actually thought it was me, it wasn't. So when I went back and looked at the, oh god, when I went back, my lens is covered in spray. That's what happens. You get distracted for a split second and all your shots are ruined here now, because I have a ton of sea spray on my lens, just purely because I didn't put the lens cloth back over it again. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking to you for now, and I'm going to move on and see if I can get another shot. Talk to you in a second. So, just going to show you exactly where I am, just to give you an idea. Flick this around. Look at that. Look at that. This this is where I'm taking photographs there now, and I found this really cool rock. I can't really get a shot of it in the current tidal conditions, but look at that. Look at the side of that, the curve in that. But then these two big boulders, rocks, mountains, let's call them, up along here. So they're going to frame the shot, but I just got absolutely drowned there a second ago. To show you, camera's over there. So this is what we're looking at right now. Really cool, isn't it? That is really, really cool. Found this place yesterday. I say find this place. This is my local spot. So this is where I always take photographs, and unbelievably, I just didn't really see this before. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, but that's the way it is. So you might well ask yourself, hey Kieran, why aren't you taking photographs right now? Because my camera just got absolutely destroyed, as in absolutely destroyed. So I'm just giving it a second to dry off. I'm watching to see what the weather is going to do. If I spin that back around along again, if you can see that now or not, that's looking really cool. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Today is a lot better. I'm feeling a lot better about this. Yesterday I don't think was my fault. Just weather conditions. I think it was actually an impossible day to shoot seascapes. A practically impossible day. Just the waves are coming too frequently on top of each other. There was no distance, there was no gap between them. The sea spray coming through was completely unforgiving. As soon as you take a photograph, the lens was destroyed. Our filters were destroyed, so today is a bit easier. There's no wind. I hope you can hear me, but anyway, let's go have a look at the photographs, and I'm going to continue taking photographs because, being honest with you, I'm going to stop recording now because this is me time. So, see you back in the studio, guys. Alright, so I know I said we were going back to the studio, and I'm just taking 2 seconds here. The sun hasn't set as of yet. I've put my camera kind of away. I'm ready to go home. But this for me personally is the most important time in photography. Just to stop for a minute and just clear my head, relax, enjoy it, connect, and oh dear God, 1 second. Clear my head. I'm gonna clear my head in a second. Wait there now a second. So you see this lovely, like it's still a beautiful view here, but then we just pan over this way and you're going, oh dear God, that's rain. That's actually rain. So if I had a bit of sense, I would have started walking there 2 minutes ago. I'm just noticing it there now, but look, there's a bit of a sit down, relax and enjoy the moment kind of a thing too as well in photography, and it's just what I'm doing. I really don't know why I'm even telling you this, and I really don't think I should put this in the video, but it's just one of the most important things in photography is to connect. Yes, I know that's blooming boring, but it's true. You need to connect with your images. You need to sometimes just sit down and stop and just say, wow. Forget about even taking a photograph. Look, you know, the bigger point here is you. Like this, it's for you. You're doing this for you to a certain extent. You want to capture moments, but sometimes if you're capturing moments, you're not living in them. And this is a really beautiful moment. And I'm just thinking, how ironic. I'm capturing this moment so I can tell you about capturing moments. Are you a hypocrite, Kieran? Yeah, I don't know. I just love photography. I absolutely love it. It gets me outdoors, gets me connected to nature, and you know, you just feel things. You're grounded. That's the word for it. Grounded. Completely grounded. And I feel incredibly grounded right now. And the one thing I love about this, the one thing I love about being out in the sea is licking your lips. If you've been out here for a while, you lick your lips and that lovely salty taste. It's just, you know, it's just really cool. And it just, I usually do it when I'm on the way back to the car because it kind of reminds me where I was, but this is just so beautiful. And it's important to acknowledge and respect that. And as I'm recording this now, There is a plane flying up in the sky up over there. I don't know if you can even see it or not. It's going to be so small in the image. But sometimes wonder when you see things like that, is there someone looking out the window and they're just saying, oh my god, that spot down there looks nice? Or are they even thinking, oh my god, look at that massive rain cloud that's coming over towards those people living down there. They're about to get drowned. And that's possibly what's about to happen. So I think I genuinely should start moving now, because I can actually physically see rain. Yeah, it's too late. Okay, I'm gonna go. Let's go back and have a look at the photographs. I honestly think there's some crackers there. I was going out tonight hoping I was going to get some absolutely stunning shots and photographs I'd be really proud of, and photographs to put me in a better mood, and photographs that I would love. And I think I've done it. I think through some fluke or Mother Nature or a bit of pot luck on my behalf, I think I've managed to get a few nice shots. So feeling really proud, feeling really chuffed, and yeah, let's go look at them. Let's see. Let's see the look of dread on my face when I discover the photographs are shocking. I hope there's 5 or 6 good ones in there. I'm thinking there should be, but look, we'll see. Let's go find out. So these are the photographs as I took them. Now they're not properly edited. I just did a very rough edit so you can just see roughly what's going on in the images themselves and how they look. So on the first photograph here, what I wanted to capture is I wanted to capture the soft, delicate light off over the horizon, and I wanted to capture those rocks and a small bit of water movement. Now on the left of the frame, towards the foreground, you'll notice there's like a waterfall effect. So I wanted to emphasize that. The best way of doing that is going further back in this shot here now. And what I got is, I got a nice bit of movement in the foreground here, still got that soft golden light in the background and the sky too as well. And it did exactly what I wanted to do. Now, an alternative take on that would be to go closer up, which is what I did in this one. So I went closer up. Again, you'll notice the rock doesn't break the horizon in any of these shots. We still have the soft golden light, and you haven't got that distraction of the waterfall on the side. So I suppose this one or the second one would be my favorite out of the two. Again, any of these photographs were just to get me in the mood. So the next lot of shots then, we're going to go to something completely different. You're talking about breaking light, just breaking through the clouds for a split second, water sweeping back down along. Now unfortunately, if you look at this photograph, you'll notice I didn't really capture the front of the rock. It was because I literally just set everything up. I was just getting my exposure right. I saw the light bursting through the cloud over along, and I said, look, I'm going to have to capture this as quickly as I possibly can. And I fired off a shot, and I just didn't get the front of the rock. So in the secondary shot then afterwards, I captured the front of the rock, but you can see the breaking light is gone. Now the clouds and everything else, the keen-eyed amongst you will see, have completely changed. The reason for this is, after I made a mess of the first shot, I stopped for a second and I did the vlog. So that's where I started actually recording in between these shots. So this is the second one, and this is the third one then. So in the third one, you can quite clearly see I wanted to expose more of the rock, so you can really see that lovely texture on the rock itself, and still show the background. Again, the soft golden light, your horizon and everything else. And as I mentioned in the video too as well, that rock, that big rock in the distance, is puncturing through the horizon. But because of the fact that it's not that big, it's not an issue. Now, this one then, I wanted to show the foreground, to show the beach, because sometimes I like it and other times I don't. And you're always better off, when you're there at the time, just to take a shot. And you can see quite clearly how far the water's coming in and how far the water's going back out lying in. These were all taken within seconds of each other. So it just goes to show timing is absolutely critically important. So this is the third location. And this is the place I actually came back for. I came back for because there were several photographs here I wanted to capture. Now again, the light isn't right. It's not the right time of the year for this location, but there was something I just wanted to do and something I wanted to see if I could capture. And again, the last day's photography outing was incredibly annoying, and it really frustrated me. I was quite angry going home. I was very disappointed in myself, but so, you know, I had something to prove to myself today. So So in the first shot, you can quite clearly see I emphasised the foreground. I made sure the water was out. It wasn't a big wave coming in along, and I think that just adds a nice bit of detail. Now in the second shot, I waited until there was quite a big wave coming in, and you can see that lovely sweeping going back out along, dragging you out into the image itself, and out into the horizon, out into the soft golden light. The next image then, that's just to show you it doesn't always work out. There was quite a big wave came in, it hit that rock in front of me, and there was spray went flying. It actually went over my head, and it absolutely destroyed the camera. But I said, look, I'll take a photograph anyway. I may as well. It's always good to let people see the mistakes as well as the successes. So this one then was just a test shot. So I didn't like the rock over to the left. I didn't like all the rocks to the rock to the right, and I didn't like the rock to the left. So I was wondering how I was going to compose this shot. So I took a shot first, and then I was experimenting with shutter speed and timing on waves. And I said, these all look good, but again, I just don't really like them. You could see these images haven't even been cleared up. There's water droplets and there's all sorts of issues around the place. So these are just very rough images. Then I was thinking, what I can do is I can shoot in portrait. So I fired off a shot in portrait, and that's a lot better. To my mind, it looks a lot cleaner than the other shots. There's less distraction in it. Now the light was actually gone practically at this stage, so you can see the photographs aren't beautiful, but they're just ideas that I have going forward if I go back again another day. I'm saying if I go back another day. Most people watching this are laughing because they say, Kieran, you're definitely going back another day. There's no question about that. So and then, as you can see on the second last shot, then I tried a long exposure, which the others were sort of shorter long exposures. This one was a 30-second exposure. So I fired this one off. You could see, because the reason why I took this shot is I could actually see the clouds were dragging across the sky in the previous photograph. So I said, if they're moving that much and these shots are only seconds apart, I'm going to try a 30-second exposure. So I popped on my 10-stop filter, fired off a 30-second exposure, and boom, there we had it. Now again, the light is gone. Not a beautiful photograph, but it's just something I'm thinking about for another day. I'll go back and I'll try and capture that shot. Again, this one then is actually a 1-minute exposure. So again, there's far more movement in the clouds, but the clouds weren't very strong. They were more wispy and whatnot, so it didn't really work that mightily well. But again, this is something I was just trying just to see how it goes. The light had gone at this stage. There weren't an awful lot of clouds in the sky directly above me, so I suppose my options of getting a good photograph were gone really as far as I was concerned. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Or if you have any ideas for future blog posts or something, if you'd really like to see a real serious behind the scenes photo shoot, I go shooting seascapes, the mentality, the thought process behind it, and just what I'm going to use, camera settings, all that sort of stuff, then just let me know, and I'll pop it up one of these days. So thanks again everyone, and see you out there.